Hello and welcome. I just wanted to share an overview of each of the modules. We're not going to go super deep. I have a tutorial on basically all of them. If I don't, I'll be getting one out soon. But I get the question all the time, like, what is the AO scan? What does it do? So I wanted to give kind of a quick rundown of all of the different features. I think that at the value of $149 a month, which is less than $5 a day, it is well worth the price and could be so much more considering just going to the doctors and getting any type of report is going to cost you money. Um, and to be able to run these reports every single day and optimize and all the other features I'll quickly dive into, it's just worth its weight in gold. So first of all, up here at the top, whenever you log in for the first time or when you re-log in, it's going to say guest. You'll want to click on that button there, and then you can choose existing clients or create new clients. One of the really cool things with this software is you can add an unlimited amount of clients. So you can add your whole family, you can add all of your friends, you can start a business and have clients and charge them to run scans and broadcast frequencies, all of those different options. But you can add as many people as you want. There are client groups, which I will discuss a little bit in another module. And then there are spaces and objects. You can add your home, you can add your bank account, you can add an object like a ring or your refrigerator or anything. Literally, the sky is the limit. And then there are pets. You can add a cat, dog, and horse. Those are the ones that have a deeper level of information that you can get. You can add any other animal as well. It just might not have all of the options for you. And I'm probably not going to share too much about that one. If you want to learn more about that, you can see another tutorial. And then supplements and therapies. You can add every single supplement, every single essential oil, every single tincture, herb, food. I have like things like egg and chicken and proteins and all kinds of things. You could add literally the options are endless into the supplements and therapies category. So we'll dive in here real quick to quick scan. This section here is where you will see what those supplement recommendations are. Morning, midday, and evening is going to give you two colors, which correlate with your inner voice or your light wave glasses if you have glasses. If you don't have the glasses, you can wear the color that comes up. It will give you a 3-minute audio to support your current state, whether that's emotional or even some of the physical, and then up to 6 supplements from your supplement categories that you've chosen. I'm going to quickly show you what a custom looks like. And then of course there's also, you can scan your pets for them as well. But I'm going to show you what a custom is. I have a ton of different categories. So I like to go through here and choose general and then therapies, tinctures, things that I typically use. And then what I do with that is look and see what is recommended the most often and then kind of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and click scan. And my name is Emily Mailer. It is Thursday, September 26th. It is 1:24 in the afternoon, and I'm checking my supplements. Takes just 10 seconds. Now, general is typically going to be your most, but I have tons of supplements. So, I mean, out of the hundreds of supplements that I have in here, it picked this many. These ones that are imprint are ones that are coming from the software. So you can actually imprint them directly into your water, or if you have sugar pellets, you can directly imprint them into the sugar pellets. This Nux Vomica and Graphite, those are both homeopathy. The Dental Detox is a homeopathy blend. Right here is vitamin D3, gut health oil, limelight. A lot of these are actually um, tinctures that are coming out for me, and then water. And I'm always needing more water. Some therapies that could be supportive for me are acupuncture and chiropractic. I'm likely not going to do that right now, but it's something that I could schedule if I want to. 660 band, my knees are apparently bothering me, so they kind of are. So I could use my red light therapy on them. And then I have my light wave glasses in here as well. These are some tinctures that are coming up and some different foods as medicine. As you can see, there's a couple more waters, some salt, some apple cider vinegar. So for me, that indicates that I'm needing a little more stomach acid and that I'm needing my minerals and hydration. And then, of course, there's some of the tinctures that repeated themselves here. So the limelight again and the gut health oil. Um, maybe the gut health oil was on another report. Anyway, so you can kind of see that those are repeating, so I can utilize that to um, make the best decisions for my supplements. Or I could just do a quick one, which is only going to give the top 6 out of all the categories I choose. Easy scan, I'm not going to dive into. It looks at your inner voice, your vitals, and your comprehensive. And then the results page is only going to show the things that were out of balance in red and stayed out of balance in red. I'll go ahead and show you what an inner voice looks like. This top section here is the audio, and is another tutorial that goes into each of these Pulse and Classic. What I typically do is just click auto mix, and then that changes, and then I listen to it for 5, 10, or continuous. This is a graph of where those frequencies are on a chart. Mine have actually been low. Sometimes they're up in the 20s, sometimes they're up in the 30s, but lately they have been kind of low. Then it explains a little bit about it. And then this is what an inner voice report looks like. It shows your main emotion out of balance, some emotions that can be correlating. The highlighted area in the body are the areas that can be affected. A color that is supportive to balancing that emotion, your top 3 emotions, some potential causes, some vitals that are out of balance, and then body systems and how to support those body systems. I go to in a deeper tutorial about how to read this. There are 4 of those reports, and I go into a deeper tutorial that explains more about that elsewhere. The vitals report looks at your food sensitivities and more. I'm going to go ahead and click on enhanced. You can do enhanced, which gives you numbers, or classic view, which gives you just in or out of balance. For ease, I'm going to show you in and out of balance today. This previous scan, all of this information is from the time that I ran it. And at this point, it would have been today at 7:30 in the morning. So at 7:30 in the morning, this side is my initial scan. And then what the software does is actually optimize your frequencies at the same time. So once it gets kind of a baseline of where you're at, it sends frequencies to your body for optimization. And then you can see like this one shifted from red to green. And you can see there's lots of different foods. I'm not going to really harp on these too much. There's the different blood and lipids, CBC, fatty acids, your chakras, what your chakras mean. Then it goes into gastrointestinal function. So you can see some of those different markers. This is a great way to kind of keep track of some of your insulin and pancreas support, meridians, and what they mean. It goes into your nutrition, amino acids, enzymes, macro and micro minerals, some genetics here, vitamins, physical functionality, some basic bone and muscles, your brain nerves, cardiovascular system, collagen, endocrine, eye health, hormones, immune system, kidney, liver and gallbladder function, lung function, your reproductive function. This is obviously different for men, skin production, thyroid function, and then toxins. So there's pollens, there's bacteria, fungus, human toxins, minerals, heavy metals, molds, parasites, and viruses. So those are what the vitals looks at. Then we have comprehensive. You can do some different things here, which I go into deeper on the comprehensive video and tutorial. I'm going to show you what this looks like. You can choose from all the different arteries, chromosomes, connective tissue, your ears, eyes, heart, lymphatic, muscles, nerves, organs. You choose what you want to scan. It is not recommended to scan all of them at once. I typically let the software select for me, but sometimes I'll add in extra things whenever I scan. Again, it scans and optimizes the frequencies. And this is what the report looks like. I prefer the image report as it loads here. And it shows you like the image, shows you how far from ideal it is, all of the numbers again. And then you can also look at it and I can, like there's the pancreas, you saw the blood cells, there's the liver, the cerebral cortex function, and then there's the table port report. So this breaks it down into more of a table look. You can see what it was from ideal with previous and after optimization. And you can see whether they shifted and then like what's kind of needing support, what's being responsive to the frequencies, like my pancreas was responsive to those frequencies this morning. the body systems report is really great. You can scan and optimize at the click of one button, and you can choose deselect and choose whatever you want. I only have the chemistry report. I don't think I've ran another report on myself, but it is like, oh, I did. Okay, so this is like a reverse inner voice. So the inner voice is looking from the emotions and how they are affecting the physical, and this is looking more from the physical to the emotional way. So you can see some things. This would be like comprehensive, this would be vitals, this would be some of those causes and some of the emotional causes. And then this is my favorite part. If you know exactly what body system you're wanting to support, it gives you specific supports that would be best for your body. And these change. So as you start adding some different things, they will shift and change. And then I go into deeper detail in another tutorial, but you look for those patterns and you see what is best. And then I'm just going to scroll down here because they've added chemistry. The hormones has been here for a little while. So there's a hormones. So you can look at that. I have some information on how to read that. And then there is the chemistry report. So this just shows if things are in or out of range. I believe if you email, it actually gives some type of numberish range, but I haven't looked into that as much. But there are all of the chemistry aspects. We'll go back here. Multi-scan is a new feature, so you can actually choose one of those groups that I had talked about at the very beginning, and you can run a scan on everyone at the same time and then email those reports to each individual. So this is like my family one. So this is what I did this morning. I clicked the vitals, ran the vital scan and optimize, comprehensive scan and optimize, and it goes through every single person. These are spaces and objects that I have, and so it did not do that. But each of the kids, and then I just emailed them. So the multi-scan saves a ton of time. I didn't used to be able to run scans on our whole family every day because of the time that it takes to run individual scans, and now I can run them all at once. These homeoenergetics and dental TMJ are going to be blanked out or like shaded if you have not done training. So these unlock when you have done phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 training. And those are additional fee for those trainings. They are really cool, but they're definitely not necessary. I actually don't use them very often. So if you're wanting them, feel free to do the training, but they are not necessary to utilize all of this. Another module is the Cepheid. This is where I broadcast all of my frequencies from, where I imprint from, and you can imprint objects, you can imprint water, sugar pellets, you can imprint your food. Literally, the options are endless. You can create custom playlists. You can, these are the different categories here. So I'm just going to click on reach, and you can run a scan button. And it is going to scan and see what my body needs in this moment. Creativity. Definitely feeling that today. I'm needing some creative juices. So then creativity popped up. I can choose to imprint an object like my ring or my bracelet. I could broadcast this frequency to myself for 2 minutes or continuously. Or I could go through here and choose a frequency that I want to broadcast to myself. Affirmations are kind of similar to the reach. There is chakras, which are all of the chakras. These frequencies are based off of Rife technology, and they are very symptom specific. So whenever I'm making playlists, I'll typically come in here, well, in the custom playlist, I'll choose this category and choose the specific ones that support the body. And we'll go back there. Flowers are Bach flower remedies and Australian bush flowers. You can choose an emotion. I'm going to go feeling blocked. And then it will automatically choose a flower for you and explain what the flower does. And then this is just an imprint. If you go back to the custom, you can add these to a custom frequency broadcast, but you can't broadcast them from directly here. I am curious what my actual scan is for this one, just because I'm always curious. Lack of creativity. There's some more creativity. So all filling together. Releasing, this one specifically releases feeling stuck or being reliant on others or oversensitive. I'm going to show you what you can see if I click all. And then it shows you all of the flowers that are an option. And any that you click is going to show you the flower and what it supports. The homeopathics is one of my favorite sections. It has a ton of different homeopathy that you can imprint into water or sugar pellets. And then there are all of the smell salts. There are no sods. And then you can actually find by symptoms. So if you have a symptom, you can click on here. I'm just going to click allergic reactions. You can then see some of them are only going to have like one or two recommendations, and some of them are going to have a bunch. When they have a lot, I just click scan, and then I only do typically the top 3 to 5 of them, just not to overload the body with too much at one time. On occasion, I'll let them all run through. But where's the other one here that I'm thinking of? Gluten intolerance, like that one only has 3. So I would just do all 3 of those. And I would either imprint or broadcast. I have broadcast gluten intolerance and dairy intolerance to a friend that has both sensitivities with really amazing success. She had way less pain than she normally did. These are 2 new ones, essential oils, and there's not a ton of options, but I'm assuming that that is going to grow. You can scan them and then you can emit the tone of the essential oil. So everything has frequency. So they have harnessed that frequency of the essential oil into this software. So the one that was chosen for me is vetiver, which is fascinating because over on the other report, vetiver came up on a previous this is take 2 of this recording. On the first take, vetiver came up, and I do have vetiver, so I could utilize that in using it in its physical aspect, and I could also utilize it for utilizing the frequency. So I could emit the tone and then use it, and my body will be able to use it a little bit better. And this makes a lot of sense for why I need it. They also have minerals. So here are the electrolytes, the micro minerals, and other minerals. So I can do a scan on this one as well and see what comes up for me here. Calcium. So I can, again, you could choose to emit the tone and take a supplement. You could just emit the tone, or you could just take the supplement. It's just a really good way to utilize all of the different options. Energy homeoenergetics is going to be a lot of support and detox frequencies. These are blends of herbs and homeopathy. And then there are Cepheid dots. You can imprint any of these to anything. You can utilize that imprinting into a ring or bracelets or jewelry. Immune defense is what's coming up for me. Or you can purchase the Cepheid dots and then you can see some of their recommended points of where you would apply one. You can choose one of those. You don't need 5 dots all over you, but they just recommend those for this specific acupressure points. And you just imprint the Cepheid dot or an object. Like I will often just utilize my ring because I'm always wearing my ring, and I'll just imprint what I need and move on. I was going to show you guys all of the different options. There's allergies, cellular restore, which is going to help like really support your cells and your DNA. Perfect body would also support that as well. Maybe use Eternal. Next is AO Tune. If you are familiar with tuning forks, this is going to be fun for you. If you're not, it's still fun. These are all of the categories. And it again has the scan feature, so I'm seeing what's going to come up for me. Oh, that's fun. Root under planetary chakra frequencies, Earth, I don't know how to pronounce that day, and it's related to survival. It's very fascinating because I'm definitely living in survival mode right now. So the fact that that came up is very fascinating. I will listen to that later, but then you can choose the time that you want to emit and emit that frequency. So there's ones for DNA and RNA. There's different ones for the very specific organs. We'll go back. And then multicast is another amazing feature. This is where you can utilize those client groups again. You can choose the group. You click a flower to scan the person to see what flower is going to be best supportive of them. And then you can come over here to the playlists and choose what playlist you want to broadcast to them. This is a section where you can type in an affirmation and then you can save all of this information. And you just click the play button and that broadcasts to them, or you can choose to just do 30 seconds, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes. The final section of the AO software is MindSync, and this is like rewiring your brain 500. Like it's amazing. So you can scan and see what script you need. You can utilize your own script if you are wanting to write your own affirmations. And I have a whole tutorial on how to utilize this, but you can choose whichever one you want or just run the scan and trust the scan. Record the affirmation, and then once it's done recording or you choose to stop recording, you can play with this is like a binaural aspect. So it'll play a little bit in each ear and you want it to hit center. There is a emotional side. So this tone is the one of the flowers. And then if you want, you can choose any of these different musics, or you can choose inner voice and it'll pick an inner voice audio for you. And then you can change the settings and listen to that. So what that AO MindSync is going to do is to really work on rewiring your brain. So you want to have good positive affirmations. Not only are you speaking them when you record, but then you are hearing them back in your own voice, which is deeper than listening to someone else say the affirmations or do a meditation. So that is a quick rundown of all the components of the AO scan. And if you are wanting to learn more about each or any of these areas, you can go to my YouTube page and look at each of the tutorials. And I will be working on getting up a blog page with screenshots and everything as well. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.